Shalom. I'd like to give all praises to Howl, Bashem Yahweh Shai, and double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS that taught us this word. I just wanted to do a video on, the elite, the international bankers, the super elite in this world, the rich, the super rich, billionaires, trillionaires out there, on how they're not going to, escape, their judgment. They're trying to go into outer space to escape the judgment. They're trying to live forever, do transhumanism and all that. But their money, it's not going to save them. First scripture is James 5:1. Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten. Yeah, it says, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. What's that? That's slavery. These international bankers are going to have to endure and go through. Well, the book of Psalms says, to bind their kings with chains and the nobles with fetters of iron. Because, the super elites, they're going to be the first ones to go into slavery. Next scripture is the book of Luke, chapter 16, verse 19. This is the parable of the rich man and the beggar. There was a certain rich man which was clothed in purple and fine linen and fared sumptuously every day. The rich man is talking about Esau, so-called white man. Mainly talking about the international bankers, the super elite. And there was a certain beggar named Lazarus, which was laid at his gate, full of sores. Yeah, that beggar. I was talking about Israel. The sores with all that hell that, the nation of Israel is catching here in America. Caught in slavery that we're currently catching. And desiring to be fed with the crumbs which fell from the rich man's table. Moreover, the dogs that came and licked his sores. The crumbs that fell. As these jobs, that American dream that Jake is chasing here in America. Those are the crumbs, from these bankers. These elites that run the planet. Moreover, the dogs came and licked his sores. There's some other nations that come over here, take advantage of Jake. Taking advantage of Jake in his poor condition, opening up liquor stores in his neighborhood, Chinese food and all that in Jake neighborhoods. And it came to pass that the beggar died and was carried by the angels into Abraham's bosom. And the rich man also died and was buried. And in hell he lifted up his eyes, being in torments, seeing Abraham afar off, and Lazarus in his bosom. That's talking about the kingdom while he's in slavery. When he comes back, when Esau comes back, the ones that die on this side come back in the kingdom, born into slavery. The elites that get taken into slavery. He's going to lift up his eyes and realize he's in torments, he's in slavery, getting whipped and all that. And Israel, he's the one that's going to be comforted. And he cried and said, Father Abraham, have mercy on me, and send Lazarus, that he may dip the tip of his finger in water, and cool my tongue, for I'm tormented in this flame. Yeah, because that's all the hell that, Jake is going to put on Esau in the kingdom, in slavery. He's begging for just a little bit of rest, That's what that's talking about, just like a little bit of rest, because all the hardcore slavery. But Abraham said, Son, remember that thou in thy lifetime receivest thy good things, and likewise Lazarus evil things. Now he is he is comforted, and thou art tormented. Yeah, right now, Esau has the fatness of the earth, and Jake's at the bottom. Israel, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Northern Kingdom. Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, we're the ones at the bottom right now. And he's living that good life, living deliciously right now. But the balance is going to shift. Balance of power is going to shift when Howard Shai returns and when America's destroyed with nuclear missiles. Next scripture is Luke 6:23. Rejoice ye in that day, and leap for joy, for behold, your reward is great in heaven, and in like manner did their fathers unto the prophets. But woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received your consolation. Yeah, so that also applies to Jake, that are really high up in the society, that made it, that have received, their consolation, received their calling, here in America, whether it be, sports, acting, struck it big in business, whatever. Woe unto you that are rich, because that's our punishment right now, is to be at the bottom. But, does that mean that there's certain Jakes out there that may have a little something that can't come to the truth? Nah. This is Matthew 27:57. When the evening was come, there came a rich man of Arimathea named Joseph, who also himself was Yahushai's disciple. He went to Pilate and begged the body of Yahushai. Then Pilate commanded the body to be delivered. And when Joseph had taken the body, he wrapped it in a clean linen cloth and laid it in his own new tomb, which he had hewn out in the rock. And he rolled a great stone to the door of the sepulchre and departed. So, man, yeah, you had a Jake that had a little bit of something, had a little bit of money, but he used it, for the benefit of Yahushai. So that applies in this day. If you got a little bit of something, you're about something, making good money, you're supposed to use that money to help further the truth, to help further, to help the body. You're not supposed to be just sitting on it, because the Most High gave it to you for a reason and brought you into the truth. Paul also spoke about, the men of reputation. This is Galatians, the book of Galatians 2:2. And I went up by revelation and communicated unto them that the gospel which I preach among the Gentiles, but privately to them which were of reputation, least by any means I should run, or had run in vain. Yeah, because you got guys, that are up in society that are going to come across this truth and hear it, the men of reputation. They're not going to be out there on the streets, but, they can use, their influence, they use their money to help further the gospel, to help push out the truth, like what Joseph did with Yahushai's body. But really, at the end of the day, for the most part, Jake wants to spend his whole life, chasing after dreams, chasing after American dreams. But that money that you get, it's not going to matter to you at the end of the day, especially if you're not part of the elect. This is Zephaniah 1:18. Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath, but the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy. For he shall make a speedy riddance to all of them that dwell in the land. Yeah, so your money's not going to prevent the nuclear missiles from going off. Your money's not going to help you, to be protected from the missiles. Your money's not going to get you out them concentration camps, especially Jake, So yeah, but at the end of the day, that rich man, those international bankers, they're going to have their day. The money's not going to be able to save them. So bind their kings with fetters of iron, their nobles with fetters of iron, and their kings with chains, go right into slavery. So yeah, with that, shalom.